So back in March, the Unleashed project released. If you've been in the dark as to what that is, basically, it takes the good parts of Sonic Unleashed and ports them to the PC version of Sonic Generations, essentially providing a whole new game. If you've been following me on the internet for any length of time, you know that I think Sonic Unleashed is one of the secret best Sonic games. If you liked Sonic Generations, Sonic Unleashed is like a faster, better version of that. The problem was that the good parts of the original Sonic Unleashed were sandwiched between a lot of really tedious stuff that frankly nobody wanted to bother with. Of course, it's not an exact conversion, as Generations doesn't feature all of the game mechanics from Sonic Unleashed, but outside of a couple of rough spots, most of the levels translate well enough to be enjoyable, if not for one glaring problem: how the game grades your performance. Due to inherent differences in scoring systems, there is no easy way to translate Sonic Unleashed performance grading system to Sonic Generations, and on top of that, the authors of the mod decided to skew things in favor of a much higher level of difficulty, making it so the only way to get a good rank in their mod is to play it a very specific, extremely strict way. I consider myself to be above average at Sonic Unleashed, and I went from being able to consistently get high grades
Sweet!
to being told I wasn't good enough, even though I was getting faster times in the Unleashed project than I ever got in the original game. For a mod trying to accurately replicate another game, this seemed to be a pretty glaring oversight. Upon bringing it up with the people who worked on the Unleashed project mod, I was basically told to stop being a baby and suck it up. That's why I'm taking matters into my own hands with S-Ranks Unleashed, a mod for the Unleashed project that retweaks the scoring system to bring it more in line with the way it was in the original game. To be clear, S-Ranks Unleashed is not looking to babyfy the scoring system for my own personal sake, but to try and restore the tough but fair ranking system from the original Sonic Unleashed, which is the way it should have been in the first place. Speaking as a game designer, any kid can make a game more difficult. But building something that encourages replayability without making the player frustrated takes years to master. The more balanced and accessible something is, the more people will want to play it. Cheap frustration is not how you endear anyone to play your game more, even if it's something as minuscule as a scoring system. If the response to Sonic Lost World has been any indication, a lot of people already found games like Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations to be too difficult. Why would you want to encourage more aggravation? Ideally, this situation should be flipped the other way around, with somebody creating an optional hard mode mod to make the game more difficult. To use S-Ranks Unleashed, you must first own Sonic Generations for the PC, have Sonic GMI properly installed, and have the Unleashed project ready to go. From there, simply extract the S-Ranks Unleashed folder to your Sonic Generations mod directory, and enable it in Sonic GMI. S-Ranks Unleashed must be loaded after the Unleashed project for changes to properly take effect. By default, this means that S-Ranks Unleashed should be listed at the top of your mods. This mod does not change any of the levels, and it does not modify any of Sonic's controls. It just changes how the game grades your performance. Yes, the ranking is just a letter. It is, in the grand scheme of the world, meaningless. But that also means that all leaderboards in every game ever made are meaningless. It is meaningless to rescue Princess Peach. It is meaningless to finish a race in Gran Turismo. All goals in all video games are meaningless unless you think they are important to achieve. And if it exists in the game, it will be important to somebody. If you've been frustrated by how harsh the Unleashed project has been with regards to grades, this mod is for you. You can get it at the following URL.